Today we are going to be learning how to add and subtract radicals. We're going to first off learn how to add the radicals. So first you indice, and what is happening inside the radical, which is called a radicand, must be the exact same number. If the radicand are the same, you can add the terms in front of the radical. If the radicands are not the same, you cannot add the radicals. So now I'm going to show you the first example. So as you can see, so this is the radicand, it's inside the radical. They're both the same. Therefore, we can add these two front numbers. So 8 plus 5 would be 13. Wait. Yes, 13. And because the radicands are the same inside the radical, you just bring one of them down, because this would be for both of these. And this would be your final answer. So you just add the number in front, and then because these two are the same, you just write it down next to after you add the front two numbers together, and that's your the entire answer. Next. But what if you have like 3 terms and one of them, aka this last one, isn't the same? What do you do? Well, first we do these two, because the radicands are the same. Now this looks like a minus, because it is, but in front of it is an invisible 1. So you add 7, well, you take away 1 from 7, and you get 6. And because these two radicands are the same, you would bring them down, one of them down. And because this part of the sequence is not the same, you just write down that sequence down, and this would be your answer. Combine these two front numbers to get 6, bring the radicand 6 down along with the radical sign down, and you would get this final product. But this you don't add into this part, because the radicand is not the same. So yeah, and you also don't add 4 into these two when you combine it. So you just bring it down, and you would have, again, 6 radicand 6 inside the radical plus 4 radicand 2. And that's your final answer. Next. And now this is your turn. Luckily for you, you don't have 3, so these are just 2. And so pause the video, do these 4 questions, and now we are going to learn how to subtract radicals. Next.
Okay, so now that you learned how to add, now we're going to learn how to subtract, which is basically the same thing, where you need to have the same number inside the radical. So let's go give it a try. So here they both have radical 17, which is the same number inside the radical. So you would mainly focus on the outside. So what's negative 3 minus 4? That gives you negative 7. And then you just keep that radical 17. That's a radical sign, not a minus. But yeah, because it keeps the same number here, so you just focus on the outside. So that's the first example. And for the second one, since these two are different, so we would do what we learned from last lesson. We would try to find a number times a number that equals this, which you can square root it. So 9 times 3 can equal this. Square root of 9 times square root of 3. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. Therefore, your new term would be 3 radical 3 is equal to radical 27. So let's rewrite this with the same number inside the radical. So this minus what we would substitute for this instead of radical 27, which is this. And since they have the same number inside, you would bring that over. But 3 minus 3 is 0, so it's just 0. Because you're canceling out. It's like 1 minus 1. Same number minus same number gives you 0. So this is your turn. You can pause the video and practice this. We will post this recording on Google Classroom. So you can let us know if you want an answer key, you want extra practice problems, you want to see videos, whatever you want, you can always tell us. And you can email us, which is posted on the Google Classroom page. So what we learned today is how to add and subtract radicals by having the same number inside the radical. So you basically just subtract or add the outside part. That is all for today, and we hope you have a great day. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.